Hey students, I wanted to finish up on helping you out with the worksheet the video I just posted. I was on surface area and I was going to get the cylinders, but I ran out of time. So I just want to work a problem with the cylinders now. I am on this worksheet here. Um, and my last video, I worked through this problem, one and number two, and now I want to do number six. Cylinders are a little different. Um, we have a top, which is a circle, and a bottom that matches. But then we have the face of the cylinder that wraps around the cylinder, right? So I want to kind of talk about that super quick. Here you have like a toilet paper roll, okay? Actually, this is a paper towel roll cut. But the top of the circle, if you remember, the distance around a circle is called the circumference, okay? But if we cut this up the side, it makes a rectangle, right? So the circumference of the top of the circle, top of the cylinder, right here, is the length of the rectangle, okay? Again, the circumference of the circle on top of the cylinder, right here, is the length of the rectangle. And the height of the cylinder, right? Right here, this measurement here is the other side of the rectangle, okay? So as we work through these, I'm going to do number six. A couple things that we need to know. We need to know area of a circle. And if you remember, area of a circle is pi r squared, right? This is a circle. And we also need to know circumference, so we can figure out the area of the rectangle that wraps around the cylinder, right? And the circumference of a circle is pi times diameter, okay? And for this problem, we're also going to need to know area of a rectangle, which again is length times width, okay? So as you can see, cylinders are a little more involved. All right, so if you remember from my last video, I like to draw the shape, and I'm doing that now, right here, okay? And on what number was this? Let's see, this was number six, okay? This is number six. We have a radius of 10 yards and a height of 16 yards. Oh, hey Royal, how are you, buddy?
That's funny.
I know.
I didn't need that on.
All right. So we have this height of 16 and the radius of 10. Okay. So let's work through this. We have a top and a bottom. The top is a circle and the bottom is a circle. So I'm going to say top. And we need to find the area of this circle. Okay. So the area equals pi r squared. We use 3.14 for pi, and our radius is 10. Okay? And remember, that's radius squared, so that means we multiply it by itself twice. That does not mean 10 times 2. It means the radius times itself twice, okay? So here I have 3.14 times 10 times 10. And when I put this in the calculator, 3.14 times 10. Updates. 3.14 times 10 times 10. And that equals 314. Okay? 314. We are using yards, so that's yards squared. And remember, this circle here, the top of the cylinder, is the same as the bottom. So I don't need to do another math problem. I can just make sure I write it down so I don't forget it. So I have 314 for the top, 314 for the bottom. Now with the cylinder, if you remember the toilet paper roll, this distance around the circle is the circumference, right? And I cut it to show you that that circumference becomes the length, okay, or the base of the rectangle. And the height of the cylinder, right here, the height is the other dimension of the other side, okay? So, let's see, I'm just going to call that F for front, okay? And it is a rectangle, so area equals length times width. And my dimensions, I have to find, I know one of the dimensions is 16, right? That's this side. Remember, if I cut this open, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this side is the height is 16, but this is actually the circumference, okay? And remember, circumference of a circle is pi times the diameter, okay? So real quick, let's think about that. Pi is 3.14, and diameter is the distance across the whole circle. Well, they gave us the radius. The radius was 10, and that's halfway across the circle. So all the way across the circle would be that 10 times 2, so that's 20, okay? So, real quick, pi times diameter, circumference of that circle is 3.14 times 20, okay? So 3.14 times 20 is 62.8. That is this dimension here, okay? That's what this side is, 62.8. So 62.8 times 16. So the area of the face of the cylinder, if that's what we can call it, 62.8 times 16 is 1004.8. Okay, and that's yards squared. So for a cylinder, you have top, bottom, and then kind of the front, right? What wraps around the cylinder, okay, which is a rectangle. So I'm going to add these together. 1004.8 plus 314 plus 314 gives me 1,632.8. That's yards squared. And that is the surface area of the cylinder. That's my final answer. Let me double check the worksheet. That was number 6. Hey, check that out. Got it right. Okay, so that is how to, that is how to solve problems for a cylinder. I'll leave this right here if you want to pause, and this is a good place to pause and think about it. If you need more help with these can be tricky. Shoot me an email. Tell me which one you're stuck with, and I'm happy to make you a video or kind of discuss it via email or whatever we need to do. All right? Have a great day.